In filling out a prescription for one Blake Griffin, you need to get that boy a bubble. A bubble. That kid needs to play in a bubble to keep himself from getting injured by the other team. Or on second thought, let's get him one of those Iron Man battle suits. With the cannons on the hands and the rockets on the shoes, and a nice metal protective shell, essentially. Yeah, I think that'll about do it. What's up, guys? Soonerson2 reporting in for the C3. Haven't made a peep in a while. I just got back from spring break in Angel Fire, New Mexico. So, by the way, Angel Fire, if you ever want to go skiing or snowboarding, but you've never done it before, if you're a beginner like myself, that's a great place to go. I went off on spring break directly after covering the Big 12 tournament for my internship, because I do attend the University of Oklahoma. I'm a journalism major there, and I have an internship at the college news website known as Palestra.net, and they needed me to cover the entire Big 12 tournament by myself. So that's what I've been busy doing. By the way, my coverage of the Big 12 tournament is finally done. If you guys are interested in seeing my video reports, they are all favorited in my favorite section down below. And I'm posting the link to the website that I work for, Palestra.net. They currently have reporters following the NCAA tournament in the sidebar there, right there. So check it out. It's a pretty cool place. And I also have the link to my blog in the sidebar, the Crimson Crusade, in which I have blogs about every game of the Big 12 tournament. At least I think I got down every game. And so yeah, if you're interested, go check it out. I'd really appreciate it. And so I'm just going to give a quick recap of these last couple of games. Alright, well, the Sooners are in the Sweet 16 for the first time in 6 years. This is the first time Jeff Capel, as head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners, has gotten us to the Sweet 16. This is awesome. I can't believe this. Like Jay said, this is definitely Sooner magic going on. And if there's one guy we got to give a lot of that credit to, it is the man himself, BG Blake Griffin, who just in this victory over the Michigan Wolverines, 73-63, scored 33 points and I believe pulled down 17 rebounds at the same time. This game versus the Wolverines was majorly physical game. He was bleeding throughout the entire game. He got that cut on his wrist, so he had to put on one sleeve. Then his nose started bleeding. Then it continued to bleed. I'm telling you guys, this was one heck of a game. Michigan wanted this game just like we did. And they are a very proficient three-point shooting team. But the problem was they fouled us a lot, and before they knew it, a lot of their starters were in trouble. And even by the end of the game, Blake Griffin was getting close to fouling out himself. So it was very much a game of being physical, but at the same time having to watch yourselves. So, fantastic performance for my Sooners. We definitely earned our way in. Austin Johnson definitely stepped up with his three-point shooting. He is definitely... He and Taylor Griff are both definitely showing themselves to be major leaders and playmakers for this team. And Willie Warren stepping up as a freshman, he's doing really well. Tony Crocker had great performance with free throws. And it was just a great performance. And then going back to us facing off against Morgan State, that was a blowout. That was a blowout, as well it should have been. I mean, I believe the score was, hang on, let me check. I don't remember by how many points exactly. Morgan State 82-54. Now that was a good game, and it was a blowout by my Sooners. Fantastic performance, stepped up from everyone. But I'm just going to go ahead and address the elephant in the room right now. Amir Ali, not just throwing Blake Griffin over him, but that was a judo throw. I took a judo class last semester, and I believe that throw is that's a Seinagi. That's a Seinagi throw. Last time I checked. And, on the one hand, I will say this. I was going to give Amir Ali serious props because they said earlier in the game that he scratched his iris in practice earlier today, and to still show up for his team, that shows a great amount of passion. But, all those props were revoked the second he did that to Blake Griffin. That was flagrant, that was intentional, and I don't care I don't care what you think. That was completely intentional, because when your arms are tangled up together, the smart thing to do would have been to pull his arm out and rejoin his team on offense. No, instead, he grabs Blake Griffin and throws him over his chest. And what does Blake Griffin do? He walks off like the classy guy he is, even though his tailbone got bent out of shape. But he really showed up to play for us again against Michigan, so everything's cool. And we move on to the Sweet 16 to take on either Syracuse or Arizona State. So it's just been a great couple of games. Unfortunately, Texas A&M and Texas are both out of the tournament now. So the Big 12, I believe now, is 7-2, I think. But I mean, give the Aggies credit for putting up a scrap against the #1 team in the country. At least I think they're still the #1 team in the country. And the Texas-Duke game came right down to the wire. I believe some of those fouls the refs called near the end were a little questionable, but then again, that's just me and my opinion, and you can't make excuses like that. But we still got Oklahoma State, Missouri, us, and Kansas, if I didn't say Kansas already, for the Big 12, I believe, still in the tournament. And Baylor beat down Virginia Tech in the NIT, so congratulations to the Bears. They will advance to the quarterfinals. And guys, that's really all I gotta say. So for right now, I'm Sooner Son 2 signing off. Sooner Magic is alive and well again in basketball. Best basketball we've played in years. Major credit to Coach Jeff Capel for pulling us around. Thank you, all of our players. And let's continue to move on in the tournament on to Detroit. Let me hear you guys say, guys, Boomer Sooner.